So, been detained in the Garda station for all through the night home morning for nearly 20 hours. I didn't take any food, no water. Yeah, for nearly 20 hours. Until next day, they finally took me to the Cork District Court about 10:30 a.m. and waited my turn. My time to showing up at the court is about 12. So I was detained inside the court building, another county cell, being freezing cold in there, being left freezing cold there for another couple of hours there as well, before showing up at the courthouse, the courtroom. And finally, they just like fooled me around there and let me show up there and present myself there and throw me a piece of paper, ask me to sign there, and leave me, ask me to come back to the court on the 30th of March. Yeah, on 30th of March. But on 30th of March, well, of course, I didn't go back to the court, because for what? For Margaret Walsh abused me, for Margaret Walsh refused to pay back my money, for Margaret Walsh abusively kicking me out without paying me back or doing any compensation. And the Garda abused me and detained me in the Garda station for 20 hours. So every time we think about this, it's just absolutely madness and anger, resentment towards them. So I didn't. And what I did instead, on the last day of March, that is 31st of March, also it's late in the afternoon, I printed all the whole accountabilities, like diary notes of what happened from the very beginning so far at that moment. So it's like 8 pages. 8 pages of the accounts, of the whole counts of my whole case. I went back with this. And we went there with a paper pad as well. Write some words addressing the Irish Garda at Target Station to pay me back for what they did to me on 22nd and 23rd. And here, I want to make a supplementary here, because over the night of 22nd until 23rd, I was detained in the Target Station, and I have no fixed address to stay. My luggage, my suitcases were left outside, and they were stolen. Some of my important belongings, and there's an electronic device of Fly Mini inside there, brand new, has not been used yet, was stolen, and a kind of a new down coat jacket, for winter month, stolen, my trousers stolen, and my sweater, my yellow sweater, another one, and all gone. Must be by some homeless, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just take it as like a charity or something. I've done charity, make some contributions, whatever. We'll try not to forget this. Well, this is because of this Garda. This damn Target Garda made me lose those important things, belongings, because of them. And then on the last day, 31st of March, I went back with all the pages. That's why I went back to the Target station to address those Garda who arrested me on 22nd to pay me back. Which turned out this Garda, Brennan, and Aidan Barry were not at the Target station by the time. So I requested the Garda inside the Target station, who with a bald head, wearing glasses. Well, I don't know his name either, but this time I noticed his badge number, CC494, right? I request him to give me the names of the 2 Garda who arrested me. Well, they refused to do so. Yeah, they refused to do so in the beginning. So I kind of get into a very fierce arguing with them. I kind of get angry, furious against those Garda in the Target station. And with those pages in my bag, and with a paper pad in my hand, and this Garda man, wearing glasses, bald head, he tears my paper pad into pieces and throws it. And then question me like, fooling me like, what is it? It's rubbish, like that. Yeah, this is Garda with CC494 badge number. abusively talked to me inside Target station, so which made me more angry at them. So I was kind of screaming inside the Target station and addressing those best Garda to pay me back for what they did to me, for their wrongful, imposing me the court case, which I never should be to be, how do I say? I never should be put into that. I've lived more than 30 years life. Have never got into a court case, except when I came here last year in Ireland. Got a court case imposed on me by the local Irish Garda, Brennan, and the Target Garda. Because of what? Because I got abused by the local Irish host lady, landlady Margaret Walsh, who didn't return my money, who still held my belongings in her house. Yeah, that's the reason. So can you imagine how ridiculous the case is? This is how it happened, and the details here by so far. So that's so later, when I take my leave from the Target station on the evening of 31st of March, the Target Garda came back to me, and they handcuffed me into their vehicle and took me back to the Target station and charged me into the custody cell again for the second time. So I was detained at Target station for the second whole evening, night, and the whole morning until the second day, the 1st of April. They took me back to the Cork District Court again for the second time. Well, again, I waited my turn nearly to 12 a.m. So after finish done, it's almost like after middle noon time. The first day, I think, when I first stepped out of the Cork District Court, it's 50 minutes past 12 already. And second time, on the 1st of April, the lady showed up and told me I have to come back to court on next Monday, on the 3rd of April. Yeah, that's what they told me. So then they told me to leave, take my leave. And by that time, they finally returned my jacket. So for the whole, nearly 20 hours, I was freezing cold, without jackets, without shoes, without any things to keep warm inside of the freezing cold custody cell. So that is once, twice, second time, twice wrongful arresting of me by the Target Garda in the month of March. And then on the next Monday, the 3rd of April, I appeared at the court. I cut from my class. And by that time, they informed me this solicitor. First is a lady met me and asked me about some details from there. And I was introduced to this solicitor, Frank Batmer. Yeah. Then I was told to leave again, to come back. They told me my case was pushed back to the 17th of April. 17th April, another Monday. So that's like a couple of weeks later. Yeah, so then on April 17th, I went back to the court again. So I was told to pay for €300 fine, something, because that's what the guardian intend to do. So but of course I refused. So what shall I do? And this Frank Batmer told me that, well, as you refuse to do so, as the judge indicated, you may just come back here. On a few months later, is the 4th September 2023. So I firmly refused to do so. Yeah, so I'll come back to there on time. And I did so. So I waited on the last court date, happened on the last year, the September, the 4th of September exactly. So I went there at 10:30 a.m. as the court usually opens by that time. And yeah, that's the third time, fourth time, or fifth time. I can't even remember how many times we back and forth for the court, for the Cork District Court. Yeah.